very clear discussion about, sir, what is a class and what is object. Next, what is a reference variable? Regarding what is the reference variable? Next, how to create object, how to create object. Next, how we can invoke, invoke method, how we can invoke the methods. Next, what is do you know self the most commonly used word? What is the meaning of self? Okay, next, and after that one more word we discussed, sir, constructor. Remember that we covered up to these things, right? Okay, sir, now my question is, sir, can you please define a class test and define one method m1, define answer one method m1 and create an object and call that method. This is about my requirement, right? Sir, just observe, need not be test class, any class, right? Can you please sir define like this, right? Sir, I'm just take very special case, sir, class employee I'm taking, sir. Just observe class employee. Next, I'm taking one special function. Anyone, can you please guide what is that special function, sir? Underscore. What is the name of the constructor? What is the name of the constructor? I forgot. What is the name, sir? Underscore init underscore like self I'm taking, sir. Self I'm taking. Is it possible to take some arguments or not? Need not be self. Any number of arguments you can pass, right? No problem at all. Enum comma ename I'm taking, sir. Enum comma ename. Now self dot enum is equal to enum. Next, self dot ename is equal to ename. Like this I'm taking, sir. That's all. Next, I want to display. I want to write some method which is the responsible to display these properties, right? Def display. Are you getting? Sir, self. It is also instance method self. Now I'm taking, sir, print of, okay, employee name I'm taking. Sir, can you please tell how I can print employee number? Can you please tell how I can print employee number? I forgot, sir. Please guide. Self dot enum. Next, and after that print of employee, employee name, sir. Employee name. Okay, self dot ename I'm taking. That's all. So there are just this is the class. This class contain how many functions? 2 functions are available. Okay, in that one function is the special function. This special function is also known as constructor. Next, and after that, sir, this is the display is the instance of function, right? Can you please tell how many methods, how many instance variables are there? Anyone, can you please tell how many instance variables are there here? 2 instance variable. What is the first one? Enum. What is the second one? Ename. Are you getting? 2 instance variables are there, sir. Next, if I create an object, sir, t1 is equal to, sir, e1 is equal to employee. I want to create an object. Then automatically you require to pass compulsory 2 arguments. Are you getting, right? Okay, employee number 100, employee name I'm taking Durga. Employee name Durga. Sir, in this line, can you please tell what I'm taking, what I'm doing? Anyone, can you please guide what I'm doing, what activity I'm doing in this line? Yes, man. What activity I'm doing in this line? Anyone, can you please tell? So object creation. This is the object creation, and E1 is the reference variable pointing to that object. Assume that this is the object, sir. So E1 is the reference variable pointing to that object. Make sure. Now, yet at this point of time, sir, either display method will be executed or won't be executed. Remember, either display method will be executed or won't be executed. Won't be executed, sir. Display method you have to call, then only the method will be executed. But this constructor will be executed or not? Yes, constructor will be executed automatically. We are not required to call. Whenever we are creating an object, automatically the constructor by default will be executed. We are not required to call. Remember this one. Now constructor by default got executed, sir. How you can confirm constructor got executed, right? Sir, very simple. Print of print of constructor execution. Like I'm taking, sir, constructor execution. Sir, is it going to be executed or not? Now have a look once. Just let me go for, okay, py test.py. Are you getting? Constructor got executed or not? Yes, constructor got executed like this, right? Now, sir, I'm creating one more object. I want to create one more object. E2 is equal to employee of 200. Next, and after that, something like Vedanta. Like I'm taking, sir, Vedanta. Like, can you please observe, sir, how many times constructor will be executed now? If I execute this code, how many times constructor will be executed, right? 2 times the constructor by default will be executed. Have you observed, right? Okay, that's all. Now, sir, when the display method is going to come, when the display method is going to be executed, whenever you call, then only display method is going to be executed. Sir, now I'm taking e1 dot display. Even dot display like this I'm taking, sir. Then automatically, do you know, e1 means employee 1 related information is going to display. Employee number 100, employee name Durga. Similarly, e2 dot display, then automatically, sir, second time also the method is going to be executed. This time like a 200 comma Vedanta. Clear? Up to this, any doubt? Yes, each and every character present in this program, you people should be in a position to understand. Anyone having the doubt? Yes, anyone having the doubt? Ayo, yes or no? Good. Onkar, I hope you didn't attend yesterday's session, it seems. Okay, why we are taking, yes, display of self. Okay, self means current object. This is object related method, because you are always asking, array current object employee number, current object employee name. If you call e1 dot display, e1 current object employee number 100, current object employee number 100 under Durga. Okay, so if you want to access current object, self variable must be required. So if any method which is taking self as the argument, clear indication that it is object related method, self is always pointing to current object. Onkar, are you able to understand? Yes, yes, okay, that's all. Sir, up to this, any doubt about this one? Clear? Okay, now my question is, maybe a chance to ask even in the interview room also, there is a possibility, sir. What are various differences between methods and the constructors? That is, can you spell out what differences between methods and the constructors, right? Very simple, sir. Just 2 or 3 points let me cover so that you people can feel more comfortable, I'm sure, sir. So what are various differences between methods and the constructors? Just only oral is enough. Just observe that methods and then constructors, right? Constructors, like in our material anyway, I will include all these things, don't worry, sir. Sir, first point, can you please have a look one, sir? First point, method name, sir, any name I can use for the method or not? Please respond. Or compulsory method name should be this name only, like anything? Sir, we can use any name for method, any name for the method, correct, right? Okay, but constructor name should be, can you please tell, sir? You can't take any name here. Compulsory, there is a fixed. This is nothing but constructor like underscore init underscore, correct or not? Underscore init underscore compulsory, it should be that name only. Okay, next second point, sir. Now can you please tell when the method will be executed? Anyone, can you please tell when the method is going to execute? If you call, then only the method will be executed. Method won't be executed automatically. Remember this one, sir. Method will be executed if we call that method. If I'm not calling that method, then automatically method is not going to be executed, right? Remember that. So if you call the method, then only it will be executed. If you are not calling that method, then the method won't be executed, right? But what about constructor? Either constructor, am I required to call or will be executed automatically? Yes, sir, the constructor will be executed automatically whenever we are creating object, at the time of object creation, constructor will be executed automatically. Remember this one, sir. Next, sir, third one, very important, sir. Do you know, in this example, how many times constructor got executed for even? Can you please respond? How many times constructor got executed for even? Even only once. Only once. How many times the method executed for even dot display? Only once. Can I call even dot display multiple times? Multiple times? Is it possible or not? Yes. Is it possible or not? Yes. Per object. You can call method any number of times, but per object, constructor will be executed only once. Remember this one, sir. Constructor will be executed only once per object, but method can be executed any number of times based on our requirement, right? That's why the third one, per object. Okay, method can be called any number of times. Method can be called any number of times, sir. Okay, remember, any number of times, sir. But can you please guide, sir? What is this one? Per object. How many times constructor will be executed, sir? Okay, respond. Constructor will be executed only once. Remember, per object. How many times the constructor is going to be executed, sir? Only once. Remember. Next, fourth one, sir. Do you know, usually inside method, which code we are going to write? Sir, inside method, okay, our programming logic we have to keep. Sir, we can write business logic. Regarding, we can write business logic. Sir, if you want to print something, or if you want to insert our data in the database, or otherwise if you want to validate whether the user is valid person or not, like, sir, business logic we require to write inside method based on our requirement. But inside constructor, which code we require to write? Anyone, can you please confirm? Inside constructor, which code I wrote? Have you observed? Self.ename. So we have to declare and initialize. Regarding, we have to declare and initialize. Okay, sir, we have to declare and initialize instance variables. Regarding, we have to declare and initialize. So constructor code is always initialization code, sir. But the method code is any business logic code you can able to write. Are you in a position to understand, right? That's all, sir. If any person is asking what are various differences between methods and the constructor, happily you can tell all these differences, right? Sir, method name can be any name you can use, but constructor name should be have you observed? Underscore init underscore. Sir, method will be executed whenever we call. If you call, then only method is going to execute. But constructor, we are not required to call, man. Whenever we are creating object, automatically constructor by default will be executed. Next, per object, how many times the method will be called? Okay, any number of times based on our requirement. You can call 10 times, 20 times also. But per object, how many times constructor will be executed? Only once. Remember. Next, inside a method, we can write business logic. Sir, but inside constructor, we have to declare and initialize instance variables of the class. Clear? Any doubt? I told already, just until habitizing our Python OOPS concept, slowly we require to move. Okay, clear? What is the difference between methods and constructor? What is constructor? What is the self variable? Next, like this, right? Okay, that's all. Can I go to the next point? Can I go to the next subtopic? Up to this is the clear? Okay. Now, what is the next cinema, sir? Have a look very carefully about this terminology, right? What is the next point we require to discuss, sir? Very important terminology you should aware. Sir, types of variables, the most dangerous, right? First class only we saw bitter things. Types of variables. So inside Python class, how many types of variables are allowed? Regarding, can you spell out how many types of variables are allowed inside Python? Inside Python class, inside a normal Python class, how many types of variables are allowed? There are 3 types of variables are allowed. Remember this one, sir. Three types of variables are allowed. What is the first one? Instance variables. Instance variables. What is the meaning of instance? Please respond. What is the meaning of instance? Instance means object. Are you getting? Instance means what? Object. Object level. Object related. You can use the word. Okay. Some people may use non-static also. Okay. Some people may use non-static also. Not class related, sir. Like instance variables are non-static variables. Like second one, static variables. Static variables. Right. Sir, static variables is nowhere related to object. Something like class level. Something like a class level variables. Right. Next, sometimes, sir, local variables also. The variables which are declared inside the method, normal variables, right? Local temporary variables like this. So these things are by default considered. Yeah, there are total how many types of variables are there? Three types of variables are there, sir. Instance variable, static variables, local variable. Static variables also known as class level variables. We are not using the static keyword. We are not using static keyword, but still we can use the word. Sir, these are class level variable, which are also terminology as static, right? Okay, that's all. Next, what is the third category, sir? Local variables, right? That's all. So, sir, let me go for what is instance variable. You people should have clear clarity about this type of terminology, sir. So, how many people are coming from Java background? Can you please confirm? So that I want to map with the small Java related terminology. How many people are coming from Java background? Okay, I won't ask any question in Java, don't worry. Yes. Anyone? Sir, I don't know about Java. Anyone there? I don't know about Java. Anyone there? Yes, Guru Prasad, Sunil Kumar. Yeah. Okay, just anyway, I may not map, but let me talk about what is instance variable, right? Sir, very simple. Observe that. Suppose I have one class student is there, sir. Best example to understand. Observe carefully. There are 4 or 5 important points are there. Each and every point we have to discuss in detail, sir. For everything program I'm going to keep so that you will get much clarity. Suppose assume I have student class is there. Student class is there. How many student objects I can able to create? Can I spell out, sir? How many student objects we can able to create? Any number. Suppose within a class 60 students are there. If you go for college, 600 students are there. Like there are multiple student objects we can able to create. Observe that. First student object, second student object, third student object, sir, 600th student object. Assume, sir, this is S1, first student object. This is S2, second student object. Sir, student S3, third student object. Next, S600. Assume that, sir, 600th student object. So now 600 students are there, sir. For every student, separate name by default will be there or not? Yes. Assume that here the person name is Durga. Assume here the person name is some Ravi. Here, assume the person name is some Shiva. Are you getting? Assume the person name is some Pavan. Observe that. So, like the name is varied from student to student. Yes, obviously, the name is always varied from student to student. Similarly, roll number. First student roll number 101. Second student roll number 102. Third student roll number 103. Fourth student or next student roll number some 700. Assume that 700 like this. So the name and the roll number varied from object to object or not? Sir, varied means changing from object to object or not? Yes. Within a class, here observe, within a class, if 600 students are there, then how many names are there, sir? 600 names are there. How many roll numbers are there? 600 roll numbers are there. Are you getting? So for every object, separate name and roll number. Separate name and roll number. Separate name and roll number. So if the value of a variable is varied from object to object, something like name or roll number or marks or age, or like if the value of a variable is varied from object to object, such type of variables are called, okay, instance variables or object related variables. Remember that, sir. I hope everyone can able to understand. Are you getting right? Everyone can able to understand what is the instance variable, sir. If the value of variable is varied from object to object, are getting object to object, so such type of variables in general we can consider as instance variables. Remember, I hope. Any doubt? Name is varied from object to object or not? Yes, man. Name is varied from object to object or not? Yes. Roll number is varied from student to student or not? Yes. Next, sir, age or marks varied from student to student. If the value of a variable varied from object to object, such type of variable we have to declare as instance variables. Clear? Yes, man. Are you in a position to understand, right? Okay, first point clear. So if I'm talking about object, boss, for every object a separate copy, separate name, separate roll number, like we require. Now my question is second point, already I covered, sir. Suppose 600 students are there. How many roll numbers are there? Please respond. How many roll numbers are there? 600 roll numbers. How many names are available? 600 names. Are you getting? 600 names are there, 600 roll numbers are there. Means for every object, a separate copy. Are you getting? A separate copy of instance variables will be created. Instance variables will be created. Remember this one, sir. For every object, a separate copy of instance variables will be created. Remember, okay? So now have a look once very carefully, sir. So if the value of a variable varied from object to object, such type of variables are called instance variable. Next, for every object, a separate copy of instance variables will be created. Remember, okay? Next, Saujanya, we will discuss all those. First, concentrate on this point. Okay, next, third one, sir. Take a bit very special care. Now, where we have to declare instance variables? I want to declare instance variables where? In general. Can you please tell where we have to declare instance variables? Respond. Where we have to declare instance variables, right? In general, inside constructor we have to declare. We have to declare by using which keywords are? In general, we have to declare in general inside constructor we have to declare, sir, by using self keyword. Saujanya, concentrate only on what I'm explaining. Okay, in general inside constructor we have to declare by using which keywords, which words are self is not a keyword, sir. By using self, in general we are going to declare. Clear, right? Okay, next. So next point, sir. In general we can. Next, how to access instance variables. Okay, very important point. Sir, within the class we can access by using self keyword. Regarding within the class we can access by using what? Self keyword. But outside of class, we can access by using, outside of the class we can access by using reference variable. Regarding outside of the class we can access by using what? Reference variable. Remember that, okay? So just these are fundamental important points related to instance variables, right? Okay, remember, sir, when we say that it is the instance variable, or when we should go for instance variables, right? Very simple. If the value of a variable varied from object to object, then we should go for instance variables. Remember, object related variables, right? Okay, next, for every object a separate copy of instance variables will be created. Remember, if I have 600 students are there, For 600 students, 600 names are available, 600 roll numbers are available. Next, in general, where we have to declare instance variables, right? We have to declare instance variables inside constructor by using self keyword. How to access instance variables, right? Sir, by using self keyword within the class, but outside of the class by using what? Reference variable. Clear? Up to this, any doubt? Sir, up to this, any doubt? Just let me confirm all these conclusions. Okay, some more conclusions I will add. But anyway, don't feel the cinema got completed. Let me consider a small chota example, right? Sir, let me consider class student only. I'm taking class student. Okay, student like this. Okay, now I'm taking def underscore underscore init underscore underscore like. What is the first argument? For the constructor or instance method, first argument is always self. Okay, which properties, how many properties you want? Okay, sir, something like name of the student, next and after that roll number of the student, next and after that marks I'm taking. Okay, like this is. Sir, can I use the word? Can I use the word? These are instance variables. Respond. These are the instance variables. Yes or no? Respond. These are the instance variables. Yes or no? Okay, these are not instance variable. These are just arguments, because the reason is just now I covered. Instance variable we have to declare by using self keyword. Are you getting? By using self keyword. I didn't use a self keyword anywhere. Then automatically how you can? Yeah. Now I'm going to take self dot name is equal to name. Are you getting? Now this one will become instance variable. Remember this one, sir. Here instead of name, you can take n also. You can take n, no problem. But this one will become instance variable. Remember this, Onkar. I hope you can able to understand. Self dot name is this name will become instance variable. Next, self dot roll number is equal to roll number. Self dot, what is the next one, sir? Marks is equal to marks, like this. That's all. I hope not required to keep any explanation, right? Sir, how many instance variables are available? How many instance variables are available? 3. Which 3 are? This is the self dot name, self dot roll number, and then marks. These 3 are instance variables, right? Now let me take def. Sir, I want to display data related to object. Data related to object. Sir, I want to write a method to display data related to object. Okay, automatically this method is object related method. Object related method is nothing but instance method. Remember that even in the methods also instance method is there. Observe. So display, what is the method I'm taking, sir? Display compulsory. Every instance method should contain first argument self, because by using the self keyword only we can able to access instance variables. That's why def display. Okay, print of student name. Print of student name. Sir, can you please tell what is the way? Self dot name. Okay, next student roll number. Student roll number, right? Student roll number, right? Self dot roll number. Self dot roll number. Next student marks. Student marks, self dot marks, like this. Okay, that's all. I developed a class. Observe very carefully. In this class I wrote one constructor with 3 instance variables. Okay, like and then display one method also, display method also, to display the student information. Okay, now let me create. Sir, I have class. How many student objects I can able to create? Is it only one or any number? Is it only one or any number? Any number of objects you can able to create, man. Yes, 1 is equal to student. How many arguments I require to pass? Anyone, can you please tell how many arguments I require to pass? Only 3. Only 3. Because the reason is self is implicit variable internally used by Python. We have to worry about these things only. Okay, first one name. I'm taking, sir. Okay, Durga. Second one, 101 roll number. Marks I'm taking, sir, some 90 like this. First student is ready. Okay. Now, like that, you can create any number of students. Second one, sir, Ravi I'm taking 102 and then some 95 marks. Sir, next Shiva I'm taking 103 and then some 99 marks. Assume that, sir. Now, sir, take very special care. How many student objects are available? How many objects are available, sir? Three objects are available, right? Remember, three objects are there. Sir, now take very special care. This is the first student, second student, third student. Okay, so first student reference variable is S1, second student reference variable is S2, third student reference variable is S3. What is the first student name? Is Durga. Name is Durga. Next, roll number is nothing but 101. Okay, marks is nothing but, sir, 90 marks, something like here. First second student roll name Ravi 102. Next, and after that marks are nothing but some 95. Okay, have you observed here separate name is there, here also separate name, here also separate name, because in the case of instance variable, for every object separate copy is available. These values nowhere related to these values, these values whatever nowhere related to this, because for every object separate copy by default will be there. Everyone can able to understand, right? Yes, up to this not required to keep much explanation, right? Sir, observe. Okay, how to access? Can I call S1 dot display? Is it possible or not? Array S1 dot display possible or not? Yes. Array respond, man. S1 dot display possible or not? Yes. So then automatically how many arguments I have to pass if I want to call display? If I want to call display, how many arguments I have to call? No argument, because self is implicitly used by Python. So extra arguments, nothing is there. Happily, S1 student information by default is going to be displayed, sir. Okay, let me cross check. S1 student information by default is going to be displayed. Okay, now my question is, observe that here just one empty blank line I'm taking, sir. So S2 dot display. Sir, then automatically second student information by default is going to be displayed, sir. Second student information by default is going to be displayed. Sir, now if I can take S3 dot display like this, S3 dot display, then automatically third student data also by default is going to be displayed. Sir, up to this same concept only, but a bit with more stress I'm going to explain. Up to this is the clear? Yes, up to this is the clear, not required to keep much explanation, but loopholes I didn't cover, don't worry about that. First, what is instance variable, where we have to declare, how many copies will be there, how to access. Observe point number 1. If the value of a variable is varied from object to object, then we should go for instance variable. Are you seeing practically this point? Yes, man. Are you seeing practically this point? If the value of a variable is varied from object to object, okay, are you seeing this point practically? Yes, because the reason is three objects are there, three names are available, three roll numbers are available, three marks are available. Regarding three names are available, three roll numbers are available, three marks are available. That's why value of a variable is varied from object to object. First point. For every object, a separate copy of instance variable will be created. Yes, for every object, a separate copies by default will be available. For every object, a separate copy by default will be available. Correct? Okay. Next, in general, inside constructor, we have to declare instance variables by using self. Sir, have you observed where I declare instance variable? In general, where we declare instance variables, right? Inside the constructor by using which keyword? Self keyword. Okay, well. Next, how to access instance variables, right? Very important, sir. Within the class by using self. Sir, within the class, have you observed? I'm already in the class only. I'm already in the class. If you want to access name, if you want to access roll number, if you want to access marks, self.name, self.roll number, self.marks. Within the class, if you want to access instance variable by using self, we are allowed to use. But outside of the class I want to access. Outside of the class I want to access. What is the way, sir? Okay, assume I want to access s1 related instance variable. Print of s1 dot name. Are you getting? So, but outside of the class, how you can able to access? By using reference variable. By using reference variable s1 dot name, s1 dot roll number, s1 dot marks. Clear? So, if you just call display method, which is going to print, but I don't want. I want to access. Then what is the way? By using reference variable, we can allow to access its properties, right? Now, observe. Perfectly it's going to work, no problem. Durga 10190. Any explanation is required? Up to this, all the points we covered very clearly. Yes, any doubt? Ayo, respond, man. Any doubt? Okay. Now, next the cinema, sir. Now we are going to enter into danger zone. Just the basic idea I provided. Now we are going to enter into danger zone, not static. Here in instance only, big stories are available. That part we are going to discuss. First observe. Everyone got clarity? If I can ask instance variable means was object related variable, for every object separate copy will be there. Like this type of things we know. Now I have one small doubt, sir. Assume this S1 object contain how many instance variables? I want to aware, sir. S1 object contain how many instance variable? Can you please tell anyone how many instance variables are there for S1? Three. I want to know programmatically. Are you getting? I want to know programmatically how you can. Very simple, sir. Print of S1. Print of S1 we can take dot. Observe that. What is S1? S1 itself is nothing but what? Object reference. Are you getting? What is the S1, sir? Object reference. Object reference dot underscore dict. Underscore dict. If you print this variable, which is going to provide that object related complete how many instance variables are there, what are the corresponding current values, everything you can able to get. Can you please tell what is this one? Object reference dot what is this one, sir? Underscore dict underscore means a dictionary, right? Very simple. You can able to remember dictionary, right? Now in the form of dictionary, name of the variable, value of the variable, like in the form of dictionary we are going to get. Can you please guide what I have to take? S1 dot. Ayo, I forgot. What is the name I have to use? S1 dot underscore dict underscore we have to use. Regarding underscore dict underscore. Please guide for S1. How many variables are available? How many variables are available? 3. What is the first one? Name. What is the name, sir? Durga. What is the roll number? 101. What is the marks? 90. By default we are going to get. Observe. Yes, name in the form of dictionary, key value. Name is Durga, roll number 101 and marks is equal 90. Sir, how to print instance variables related to object? Then automatically we can go for object reference dot underscore dict underscore. Clear? Up to this, any doubt about this one? That's all. Now my next points. Okay, just keep all these points in your mind. What is the next point I have to take, sir? For every object, separate copy is available or not? Array, for every object, separate copy is available or not? Yes. Suppose assume that T1 is one object, T2 is one object, T3 is one object. Every object having instance variable x is there, sir. Assume that T1, T2, T3 instance variable x is there. Assume that this is T1. Assume this is the T1, this is the T2, this is the T3. Okay. Every variable having separate copy of x because it is the instance variable, right? Okay, like sir, by using any reference variable, if I change the x value. Suppose I change the x value from 10 to 999. 10 to 999 I change it, sir. Can you please guide? Is this change will reflect for the remaining or not? Respond. By using one reference variable, if we are trying to perform change to a particular object, is those changes will be reflected for the remaining objects or not? Can you please respond? If the changes will be reflected for the remaining objects or not? No, because for every object separate copy is there. This T1 is going to change only T1 related object, but remaining objects there is no change at all. Very, very important point, sir. Very, very important point. Because for every object separate copy is there. If I change one object related copy, how the remaining objects are going to be affected? Very important. What is that point is? By using one object reference. By using one object reference, okay, if we perform any change, if we perform any changes, sir, any change to the instance variable, can you please tell, is these changes will be reflected for the remaining objects or not? Yes, ma'am. Either changes will be reflected to the remaining objects or not. So the changes won't be affected to remaining objects. The changes won't be affected to remaining objects. Remember, because for every object, a separate copy by default is available. That's fine. Sir, where is the practical proof? Now you can conclude this one, sir. Theoretically, okay. Can you please show a small chota example? Like you may ask. Observe very carefully. Sir, I'm taking a small thing, class tester. Here, df underscore init underscore self I'm taking. Sir, now x is equal to, sorry, self dot x is equal to 10. That's all. Self dot x is equal to 10 I'm taking, sir. Now listen, T1 is equal to tester. T1 is equal to tester. T2 is equal to tester. I'm taking. Sir, how many objects created? How many objects created? 2 objects created, right? Two objects created. Now, what is the T1 x value? What is the T2 x value? I want to check. Okay, very simple. Or otherwise, okay, that's all. T1 x value, T2 x value, I want to print. Print of T1 dot x comma T1 dot y. What the answer? Sorry, T1 dot x comma T2 dot x. What is the output by default we are going to get, sir? Anyone can you please tell? T1 x value, T2 x value, same 10 only, because same variable, both objects are there, like, but the output we are going to get, sir, 10. Perfect. Now I'm taking T1 dot x is equal to 888. Oh, I change x value of T1. Now print of T1 dot x comma T1 dot y I'm taking. Anyone can you please tell? Sorry, T2 dot x I'm taking. Anyone can you please tell what is the output by default we are going to get? Please respond. If I'm performing the change to the T1, is the change will be reflected to the T2 or not? Respond. Either change will be reflected to the T2 or not? No. What is the reason? Is because for every object separate copy is there. Now observe the answer 88810. Even though you change it for T1, but T2 value still 10 only. Practical proof. Correct or not? Okay. Here just have a look once. This is the T1. This is the T2. At the beginning, sir, this is the T1. Next and after that T2. At the beginning, sir, what is the x value? At the beginning, whenever we are creating object, x is the 10. Here also, x value is nothing but 10, sir. Okay, at these lines, 10, because 2 separate copies for every object. So print like 10, I'm getting. T1 dot x is equal to 888. Sir, T1 dot x, now this value by default will become 888. If you perform any change to the instance variable, that change won't be reflected for the remaining objects, because for every object separate copy is there. Now T1 dot x means 888, T2 dot x means 10 by default we are going to get. Clear? Any doubt about this one? Sir, what is the meaning of instance variable? For every object a separate copy is there or not? Practical proof, sir. Okay, like next one more very important point, sir. Listen, sir, up to this any doubt? Clear? Okay, what is the next cinema, sir? Dangerous point. Dangerous point. Can you please tell for where we have to declare instance variables? I respond. Where we have to declare instance variables? Inside constructor. In general, even I point yet it is already there. In general, where we have to declare instance variables for any objects or object related variables, we have to declare inside constructor. Remember, sir, we can declare instance variables. Instance variable need not be inside constructor. So of course, generally out of 100, 99.99% of the times, sir, we have to declare inside, we have to declare inside the constructor only. Remember that, sir. Remember, inside constructor. But we can declare inside instance method also. Remember this one. We can declare inside instance method also. No problem at all, sir. By using self keyword, if you want, you can declare instance inside instance method also. But now my question is, if I declare instance variables inside constructor, when those instance variables will come to our object whenever we are creating object. Because whenever we are creating object, automatically constructor will execute. So constructor will provide the instance variables to our object. Okay, well, but if I declare instance variables inside method, is it possible to declare instance variable inside method or not? Yes, ma'am. Yes, possible. We can declare by using self keyword. If we declare instance variable inside a method, then when these instance variables will come to our object, whenever we are calling that method. Remember this. If you call that method, then only method will execute. Then only the instance variables, whatever you declare inside a method, those instance variable will come to our object. Remember, most of the people are going to fail. Instance variables will be declared only inside constructor. No, sir, inside method also. But when method related instance variables will be coming to our object, will be added to our object if you call that method. Clear? Okay. Now let me go for a small chota example to confirm this one. Sir, are you listening right? Are you able to understand my points? Very dangerous, man. Are you able to understand my points? Okay, well, sir, where we have to declare instance variables? Can you please confirm? In how many places we have to declare instance variables as of now? 2 places. What is the first one? Inside constructor. What is the second one? Inside instance method. Inside constructor, inside instance method. Okay, sir, constructor related we got very clearly, sir. But can you please tell where we inside instance method? Okay, now I'm taking, sir, self dot a is equal to 1000. I'm taking self dot b is equal to 2000. I'm taking, sir. Sir, can you please tell as of now how many instance variables are there? How many instance variables are there as of now? 2 instance variables, right? Now I'm taking def. Okay, some m1 method. Any method you can take, no problem at all, m1. But compulsory self keyword must be required. I mean self word must be required. Here def instance method, right? Now self dot c is equal to 3000. Self dot d is equal to 4000. Like this I'm taking. Up to this, is the clear? Now here observe very carefully, sir. Total how many instance variables are there? 4. Whenever you create object, automatically these 2 things are coming. Whenever you call this method, automatically these things are coming. Now observe that. Now have a look once, sir. T1 is equal to tester. T1 is equal to tester. Now for T1, how many instance variables are there? How many instance variables are available? Respond, man. 2 instance variables are available. Which 2 instance variable? A and B. How to confirm, sir? Very simple. Print of, very important points, sir. Take special care. Print of T here T1, dot underscore underscore dict underscore underscore. I know we covered already this. Sir, can you please confirm? How many instance variables are there? Only 2 instance variables, because only constructor related instance variables only came. Now let me call t1 dot m1. If I call t1 dot m1, how many instance variables are going to come? Ayo, how many instance variables are going to come? Okay, 4. Total. How many instance variables will come? Total 4, because at this line 2 variables are available. At this line another 2 more variables are available. Now 4 variables are there. Can you please observe? A, B, C, D. Okay, perfectly all. Now you are allowed to access C, A, B, C, D. All the values happily you can able to access, right? If you want t1 dot A, t1 dot B, next and after that t1 dot C, comma t1 dot D. Observe carefully. But the output 100, 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000. Clear? Clear for all of you, right? This is the dictionary. Who is asking this one? Please again. Omkar. A, B, C, D. These are the names of instance variable, and these are the values of instance variable. Okay? Yeah. Up to this is the clear. Suppose I have one small doubt, sir. One small doubt. Even I didn't check. If I comment this line, I commented this line. Now I'm trying to access this one. I'm trying to access this one. Okay? Can you please tell what will happen? What will happen, sir? Can you please observe? Test object has no attribute C. Are you getting? Test object has no attribute C. We have only A and B. When C and D are available whenever you call M1. Remember, the instance variables which are declared inside the instance variables which are declared inside the instance method, these variables are available once we call that method. Okay, if we are not calling that method, then automatically instance variables won't come in the picture. Yes, Saujanya, do you mean object grows during the execution? Obviously the values of instance variables will be keep on adding, right? Then automatically obviously object grows. Clear up to this? Any doubt? Sir, everywhere I'm showing practical, sir, with examples also, so that you can aware, right? Can you please confirm up to this? Any doubt? Are silent? Silent means not getting or getting. Clear? Because we are moving in the gear 1, because there are several new things are there. Sir, in Java, the people who are coming from Java, we are not having any such type of terminology. Correct? We are not having any such type of terminology in Java, sir. Remember that. I hope you can able to understand. Okay, because so please keep Java a bit aside, because we are complete different terminology. More things are coming. Okay. Now next one, sir. Some student is asking, I want another object, sir. T2 is equal to test I'm taking. Can you please tell for T2 how many instance variables are going to come? Please respond. How many instance variables are going to come? Only 2 instance variables. How you can able to confirm? T2 dot underscore dict underscore like this we can. Can you please have a look once? Only 2 variables. Are you getting? Only 2 variables. Forget about this. Only 2 variables, right? So remaining process is the same. Suppose assume that T2 dot A is equal to 88888 I'm taking. T2 dot B is equal to 9999 like this I'm taking. Okay. Can you please tell T2 dot dict? What is the output by default we are going to get? What is the output by default we are going to get now? What is the T2 dictionary, sir? 8888, sir, 889999. Perfect. Because we are after creating this object, I changed its instance variable values. That's why updated values by default will be there, sir. Clear? Any doubt up to this? Okay. No, sir. Observe a bit very carefully what line I'm doing. T2 dot C is equal to 7777. Valid or not? Is it valid or not? Arey? You have to tell. You have to tell. Each and everyone in the session should respond. If I'm taking T2.7 is equal to 7777, valid or invalid? Good, good. Of course, I don't want to know the reason. I want only yes or no. How many people are feeling it is invalid? Can you please confirm again? Sir, I'm feeling strongly invalid. How many people are feeling strongly it is invalid? Yes, Omkar, Prithvi, Babu, Suresh, Divya. Invalid. Invalid. Remember that. Okay? What will happen, man? My intention is I don't want to create confusion. Okay? Just as of now, remember 100% pakka it is valid. Okay, valid. So don't ask why it is a valid and so on. Within 2 minutes you can able to answer. Just let me run this code. Let me run this code. Perfectly valid. Valid, I told right. Perfectly it is a valid. Let me run this code. Yes. The people who are telling invalid, let me run this code. Can you please have a look once? Can you please observe that? Oh, valid, valid. Forget about answer. Why it is the answer is coming on so on. First I'm showing valid. Sir, now my question is, take very, very special care. Now I'm ready to go for next dangerous point. Listen. Sir, can you please tell where we can declare instance variables? Respond. Where we can declare instance variables? Two places. Two places. One is constructor. Second one is method. Inside method. Where we can declare inside constructor. Second one is inside method, instance method. But make sure instance variables we can declare from outside of the class also. Oh, dangerous point. From outside of the class also, we can able to add instance variables to the object. No problem at all. So one place where we can declare instance variables. Where we can declare instance variables. Sir, you may feel, sir is keep on adding this list like, no, this is the final. This is the final. I'm not going to talk any extra things. Only this is the final. First one, inside constructor. Out of 100, 99.99% of the times, this is the best place. This is the only place. 99.99. Sir, very rare we can take inside instance method. Okay. Third one, sir, outside of class. Outside of class by using reference variable. Outside of class by using reference variable. Remember this one, sir. Sir, I took T1 is equal to tester. I created one object T1. T2 is equal to tester. I created another object. Now T1 dot x is equal to 888. I'm taking, sir. Now, sir, what will happen? Very, very dangerous point. Please make sure, sir. T1 dot x is equal to 888. What it's going to do? First it will check related to this T1, is there any x instance variable is there or not? If this x instance variable is there, replace the old value with this 888. Excellent. Boss, for T1 x is already there. If x is already there, replace old value with 888. Override old value. If this x instance variable is not there for T1, now onwards, for that object, can you please add this new instance variable 888 also? Remember, here how many objects are there? T1 and T2. But I'm adding x to T1. Sir, this x is available only in the T1, but not in the T2. Remember, it is available if you are adding any instance variable for an object outside of the class. Those instance variables are available only for that particular object, not for the remaining objects. Okay, so we can call from outside also, no problem at all, sir. Now what will happen is, have you observed T2 dot A, T2 dot B? So because of object creation, A and B came. A and B came, sir. Now what I'm taking? Can you please tell what I'm taking? T2 dot. Array, what I'm taking? T2 dot C. As of now, for T2, C is available or not available? Please respond. As of now, for T2, C is available or not available? Not available, not available. If it is not available, then this new instance variable will be added. Okay, we can add instance variable. If we add instance variable from outside of the class, okay, by using object reference, no problem at all. Remember this one, sir. How you can able to do that? That part I will discuss. Okay. Take a bit very special case, sir. Okay, we will discuss Vedanta, don't worry, sir. Now are you in a position to understand, right, sir? How many places are there? Okay, to add the instance variables, I mean to declare instance variable, 3 places, right? One is inside constructor, second one inside instance block, third one inside a instance method, third one outside of the class by using object reference. Okay, 1 minute, let me go for a small example, sir. Legend this one. Legend, sir. Here 2 instance variable, here another 2 more instance variables are coming. Now I'm taking, after this, how many instance variables are there? Can you please guide, sir? After this, how many instance variables are there? Only 2 instance variables are there. Print of t1 underscore dict underscore 2 variables are there. Practical proofs are. Now observe carefully. Only 2 variables are there, A and B. Well, now I'm calling t1 dot m1. Can you please guide how many instance variables will be there? How I respond? How many instance variables will be there? 4 instance variables, right? Now observe A, B, and C, D. Okay, well. Now I'm taking T1 dot A is equal to 888 sorry, T1 dot A is equal to 48. T1 dot E is equal to 999. Okay, T1 dot F is equal to 7777. Like this I'm taking, sir. Okay, or otherwise here 7777, 8888. Okay, here I'm taking 9999. Can you please guide how many instance variables are there for my T1? Please guide how many instance variables are there for my T1? 6. What is the value of A? What is the value of A? What is the value of A? 7777. Good. A value 7777, because at this line, my Python is going to, Python virtual machine will check, is object T1 having any instance variable or not with A? Yes, man. Yes. Old value replaced with this new value. So no new instance variable will be created. Old value replaced with the new value. T1 dot E is not there. E is not there at this one. F is not there at this one. Then automatically, do you know what is the output by default? We are going to get A value 7777, B value 200, C, D, E, F, like this. Clear? Yes? Any explanation is required? Yes, where we will use E and F? Maybe that object related I may use somewhere else. Okay, like that facility is there. But how many times we are going to use all these things? Very rare. I told already, out of 100, 99.99% of the times instance variables, so this is the place. Remember. Now I have one small doubt, sir. I'm taking T2 is equal to test. I'm creating one more object. Print of T2 dot underscore dict underscore dict I'm taking. Can you please guide for T2 how many instance variables are available? For T2 how many instance variables are available? Only two, because all this story related to T1. but just I created object, that's why only these two. So if you are adding any instance variable by using object reference, those instance variables are available only for that object, but not for the remaining objects. Remember this. That's why for T2 only we have A and B. What is the A values are 1000? What is the B value? 2000. Can you please tell what is the A value? What is the A value related to T2? What is the A value? 1000 only, but not 7777. Observe. Then automatically, what is the A values are 1000? What is the B value? 2000. Like. Any explanation is required? Yes. Okay. Now, so dynamically, we are allowed to add instance variables for our object based on our requirement. Only for that particular object, those things are available. Assume that's all. Sir, I have class. Okay, software engineer is there, sir. Class software engineer is there. Okay, def underscore init okay, self comma name must be required, age must be required, name must be required, age must be required, technology must be required. Assume that. So self dot, what is this one, sir? Name is equal to name I'm taking. Self dot, sir, age is equal to age I'm taking. Self dot tech is equal to tech I'm taking. Observe that this is the software engineer class. Can you please tell how many objects are available? How many instance variables are available for my software engineer object? 3 instance variables, right? Sir, first software engineer, I'm ready to create. Name is okay, sir, Durga I'm taking. Durga. Next age 48 I'm taking. My original age, sir, 48 I'm taking. Sir, technology Java or Python. Okay, good. don't mind. Okay, Python I'm taking, sir. This is about my life. Sir, yes, one. Now one more person is there. Okay, sir, he is Pardu. Like this I'm taking. His age, I don't know. What is the person? What is your age? Some 49 I'm taking. 49 I'm taking. Sir, anyway, Java, he's coming from Java. Okay, like I'm taking, sir. That's all. Now observe how many software engineer objects are there? 2 objects are available, sir. Now my requirement is take a bit special care. At this point of time, okay, Durga, at this point of time, sir, Durga required one more attribute. Maybe Durga object, I want to add one more attribute, sir. What I'm taking? S1 dot wife is equal to some okay, some name. What name I can take? Okay, Sunny, like this I'm taking. Oh, wife right here I'm using. Yeah, oh, yes, one dot wife, girlfriend I'm using that. Okay, girlfriend I'm using. So just I'm taking some Sunny like this. Okay, just observe that Sunny like this I'm taking, sir. So now after that, after certain time, I thought that one more girlfriend is coming. So girlfriend 2 I'm taking. Then automatically Mallika I'm trying to add. Assume a bit very carefully, sir. Assume that a bit very carefully. For Durga, dynamically, based on our requirement, I can able to add some instance variables or not. Yes, on fly, you can able to add. Suppose S2 I'm taking. S2. Sir, here for this S2, oh, software engineer, right? Software engineer means Saturday, Sunday brand must be required. Okay, brand is RC I'm taking. Assume that RC I'm taking, sir. Royal Challenge, something like I'm taking. Sir, if that brand is not available, so brand alternative brand 2 is nothing but just I'm taking some KF. Are you getting some KF I'm taking, sir? Now have a look once. S1 object related properties are different. S2 object related properties are different. Only common properties are only these 3. I hope everyone can able to understand. Are you in a position to understand, right? Take very special care. Based on our runtime requirement, you are allowed to add any number of properties, no problem at all. That flexibility in Python we have, man. Okay. Now take a bit special care. Print S1 dot underscore dictate like this. Sir, Durga having how many properties? Durga having first S1 having how many properties? 5. So Durga next 48 Python, next GF and then GF2 also there. Okay, like now have a look once. Name, age, tech, girlfriend 2 like I have. Next and after that, if I consider S2, okay, what properties are there? 5. But anyway, brand 2 like this. So more flexibility is there in Python. This type of flexibility you can't expect in Java, something like that. Clear? Are you able to understand? So in how many places we can add instance variables, right? In how many places we can place instance variable? 3 places. We can declare instance variable 3 places. What is the first place? What is the first one? Inside? What is the first one? Inside constructor. Second one inside instance method. Third place is nothing but outside of constructor. Okay, like these are various important points related to instance variables, right? But still we have some more points are there, sir. That part we will discuss in the next session. Don't worry about that, sir. More concentration must be required, especially for this OOPS concept, because sir, we are coming, most of the people are coming from other languages. OOPS complete different words by default will be there. That's why take a bit special care. Next tomorrow, I mean in the next session, static variables I will introduce. Your if any fuses, your fuses by default will be gone, I'm sure. Okay, take a bit very special care. But still we are having okay, some more concept is there related to instance variables. We will discuss in detail. Don't worry about that.